A very good evening, viewer, and thank you for tuning in to the NILEcast Weekly News Roundup only on West Nile Television, where we give you the highlights of the news bulletins of the week every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name's Ukumiringa Christine. Let's dive straight into the stories that made headlines throughout the week. Muslims across the globe on the 16th of June 2024 celebrated Eid al-Duha, which was an Eid meant for sacrificing, the sacrificing of animals in honor of Prophet Ibrahim, who portrayed total submission to Allah. Take a look.
Muslims across the globe yesterday on 16th of June 2024 celebrated Eid al-Duha, which is the Eid for making sacrifice of animals in honor of Prophet Ibrahim, who portrayed total submission to Allah. This came in the dream, where Allah requested Prophet Ibrahim to sacrifice his only son Ismail, which he never refused to obey. And as a tradition, able Muslims are requested to sacrifice animals such as goats, sheep, camel, among others, as a reflection to the Prophet's dream. In Arua city, the Muslims celebrated the day with the call of hard work, as Sheikh Abu Jafar Karala, the district head of Arua Muslim district, made the appeal to the Muslims at Arua Primary School playground.
Hard times we are going through will be uneasy if we can adapt to changes. It is just a psychological issue that you cannot just wake up in the morning and sit in a veranda and expect a change. It can't. It doesn't work like that. Even if you pray the whole day, it cannot come. It will only come if you pray, then you take time to go and work.
As Zamaham Zamil, the Deputy Resident City Commissioner in charge of Central Division, calls for cooperation from all stakeholders in addressing security concern within the city.
For the last 1 month, there is a lot of improvement in the issues of security in the city, especially the boys who have been attacking women, grabbing their phones, laptops, and so on. This one has at least reduced, and we are happy because of that. And as a Muslim community, I have been seeing the Muslim in mosques and so on. They have been preaching, telling people, let's desist from issues of criminalities and so on. The security and the leadership of the Muslim community of Arua City are working together. There is a lot of collaboration, coordination, cooperation. That's why you see there is a steady progress in improving issues of security.
Ezama went ahead to warn the masses against taking the laws into their hands.
If someone is a criminal, your work is to be alert and be very vigilant and give such information to the security, to the police, so that the person can be arrested and taken to courts of law. But some people have taken that responsibility in pretext of arresting people and trying to reduce issues of criminality, but themselves they also do it with the intent of also causing crime. You can't go and arrest a criminal and also pick his phone.
Eid al-Adha is the second Eid celebrated by Muslims on the Islamic calendar, where they are required to make sacrifice of animals, and in Arua City the prayers were held in different places. Farish Majid, West Nile TV, NILEcast.
The Territorial Police of Rwanda have arrested 5 private security guards of Wolves Security Company who allegedly resisted the Minister of State for Energy and Mineral Development, Honorable Fiona Nyamutoro, and the technical team to access illegal mining site of the National Cement Company, cocking their guns, threatening to shoot at Butare in Muko Sub-County, Rwanda District. Take a look. The Territorial Police of Rwanda District have arrested 5 security guards of Wolves Security Company who allegedly resisted the Minister of State for Energy and Mineral Development, Honorable Fiona Nyamutoro, and the technical team to access an illegal mining site of the National Cement, cocking their guns and threatening to shoot at Butare Katojo in Muko Sub-County, Rwanda District.
The minister is here. The commander is here. Where did you train from? Where did you train from? You want to shoot? We are here. We go. We go. Come. You get orders from where? No. They want to shoot a minute. You are the other side. happened? Yes, they are saying not getting out. They are blocking us not to exit.
I think they called their boss and the boss told them shoot whoever comes there.
This is the impunity that some people exhibit.
Private security wants to shoot at us?
You can imagine, the bricks were even in the chamber they wanted to.
The brick was in the chamber.
They got an order.
It seems, and we shall seriously take it off.
No, we need to see who their boss is. Who is that to give orders to shoot us? Who the directors are? Please, call them. Bring them to book. Actually, they should be the ones under arrest.
Honorable Fiona Nyamutoro, the State Minister for Energy and Mineral Development, during her routine check, halted the illegal mining activities done by the National Cement Company with immediate effect.
Kato, we are going to come back to ensure that the equipment has been moved away and mining has been closed in all the areas that National Cement is illegally carrying out mining. 2 weeks from today is when, and on behalf of the ministry, we apologize for all the inconveniences caused. Let us swing into action and ensure that this is stopped immediately. And probably this should send out a message to everyone else that is doing illegal mining out there. We are not seated. We are going to move around. We are going to arrest whoever is culpable, and we are going to stop mining with immediate effect wherever we find it being carried out, when it is not licensed by government and when it is especially infringing on other people's licenses that are supposed to be carrying out work. We have confirmed that there is illegal mining here in Butare, and we have closed off. Whoever is responsible as their equipment is being moved, if they want to acquire a mining license, the commissioner is here. They should officially come.
Police in Kavala district have arrested the private security guards for attempting to shoot at the State Minister for Energy and Mineral Development. Okumuringa Christine, for West Nile Television, Nilecast. Moving on to Adjumani District, the intensive care unit construction was officially handed over to the Adjumani District local government to assist in reducing the mortality rates of people in the district who always lose their lives, especially in emergency cases. Take a look.
Intensive care unit construction was a project under development response to displacement impact project, which was emerged to handle medical emergencies around the Madishabu region. The 5-year project was readjusted to a period of 6 months, causing delay in usage until the mid of the year when its inauguration kicks. Gulama Bakar, the desk officer, DRPID, Adjumani District, applauded the contractor for the tremendous work done. He, however, said the project has completed 59 construction works, with the exception of one sub-project which is still under construction. Dr. Amaz Emmanuel, Director Zawadi Construction, said there was a bit of delay because of increments in the quantity and intensity of the workload. He, however, calls for supervision of works and said appropriate time should be allocated for such projects to be completed successfully.
And when things, you introduce the new things, the quantity increased, the time extended. First of all, 6 months is not enough for this. But the people start there, within 6 months you have to finish, within 6 months you have to finish. Then we finish. This place was like this since December. We have finished. But it is because the hospital said, the CPM said they cannot have the building until all the equipment are supplied. So I think in the future, to be balanced, let us supervise. Let us supervise the building plan and let us consult.
Honorable Anyama Ben, the LC5 Adjumani District, emphasized on the trend of the district in terms of health uplifting from position of worst to good.
Adjumani was the number 110 districts out of 143. We work with the health sector and everybody in education, in health, in roads, in administration. Adjumani improved in 2022. Adjumani became number 71. We worked in 2022. I came in 2021, we came number 71.
He, however, calls upon recruitment of medical staffs to handle the intensive care unit department and appreciated all departments for working hard, more so health sector.
Whereas we are saying doctors, sometimes if you go to the hospital, this nurse is working, doctor, go and sit there and you give the instruction. So, instead of recruiting only doctors, we shall also recruit other staff. We work in 2022, all sectors in Ajuma district. In 2022, in the Office of Primary Performance Review, Ajumani now, in 2022, Ajumani became number 35. But in all these sectors, Mr. Constable, I want to tell you, the highest percentage is for the health service delivery.
Dereje Makwer, Field Officer UNHCR Ajuman District, said the establishment of the intensive care unit is not only for people in critical conditions, but also give quick medical emergencies to those who are in need.
The establishment of the intensive care units and the emergency medical unit in Ajumani Hospital is not only a lifeline for those in critical condition, but also ensures timely and efficient emergency medical care for those in need.
He added that it's to ensure that both refugees and locals get access to quality and timely medical service.
It symbolizes the commitment of the government of Uganda, the Ajumani district authorities, and the Office of the Prime Minister as well, to ensuring that every individual, including refugees, has access to high-quality health care regardless of their circumstance.
Taban Peter Data, the resident district commissioner Juman, applauded the President of the Republic of Uganda for supporting citizens to identify their challenges.
The President of the Republic of Uganda is a very interesting person. In his idea and in his decision, he said people should be the one having interest of what they want to be done for them. It's not the president up there to say, let us go to Ajumani and put such a thing. But he says people should sit, know their problems, decide for what they want. And this opportunity cannot be taken for granted. Because of that, everything that is done in this country comes from the people.
The IC is to help in reducing the mortality rates of the people in the district who always lose their lives, especially emergency cases. Oraku Benson Pastore, Onzima Alan, West Nile Television Nilecast.
In Pakwach District, the Day of the African Child was celebrated with events organized by the Mentoring and Empowerment Program for Young Women, MEMPRO, aimed at promoting children's rights and highlighting the challenges that children are facing in Africa daily. Take a look.
The Day of the African Child is a celebration of the courage and resilience of young Africans. In 1976, on June 16, about 10,000 black school children in Soweto, South Africa, marched to protest the poor quality of their education and demand their right to be taught in their own language. Hundreds of students were shot on that day, with more than 100 people killed and over 1,000 injured in the following 2 weeks. This tragic event led to the establishment of the Day of the African Child in 1991 by the Organization of African Unity, now the African Union. The day is celebrated annually on June 16 to honor the memories of the students who fought for their rights and to raise awareness about the continuing need for improvement in education provided to African children. In Pakwach District, the Day of the African Child was celebrated with events organized by Mentoring and Empowerment Program for Young Women, MEMPRO, aimed to promote children's rights and highlight the challenges that children in Africa face daily. Immaculate Mukasa, the team leader MEMPRO, says education for children in Pakwach District needs to be enhanced as one of the Sustainable Development Goal number 5.
Day of the African Child, and as in the mentoring and empowerment program for young women, we advocate for girls' education as first priority, as one of the things that will lead to development, one of the things that will help the girls not to get pregnant at early stage. So we believe in girls' education as one of the ways to get to the sustainable development goals, especially goal number 5 and the first goal of reducing poverty, and also the goal of climate justice. So it's important that we invest in girls' education.
Brenda Kello, a pupil at Pakwach Girls Primary School, appealed to parents to use this day to reflect what it means by educating girl child in society. Kello further urges community to stop violence against girl child.
Teenage pregnancy must stop, early marriage must stop, violence must stop. We must stop this. It's not good. I mean, dropping out of school, it's not good. A girl must go to school. When your girl child goes to school, it gives you value in the environment. I mean, everybody will respect you because you have an educated child. Please keep your girls in school. I mean, you don't have to have that mentality that girls don't have a chance to go to school. We all have the right for education.
Meanwhile, Christina Shayo, Pakwach District Education Officer, outlined some of the challenges faced by many parents to raise their children for a better future. Shayo urges parents to give child mothers the second chance to education.
We are here to raise voices about these injustices and sensitize the people about the way forward. Give girls a second chance. Like when a girl gets pregnant in school, the girl can be allowed to sit national examination. And even when the child has grown, like 1 year, the girl child can go back to school and be able to achieve the purpose, her dreams, her visions, and so the girl is empowered.
However, Honorable Robert Omitostin, Chairperson Local Council 5 Pakwach District, said that commemorating the Day of African Child reminds the public to rise up and stand up for the girl child to fight against rape, defilement that is crippling the population in Pakwach District.
Commemorating such a day of the African child, it gives us a reminder to rise up and stand for the African child and stand for the girl child and fight against rape, fight against defilement, fight against injustices against the girl child, the fight against the skyrocketing teenage pregnancies and child mothers that is crippling our population. It is clear that if we just sit and watch this situation, we will reach a moment we will no longer have any hope.
The day was celebrated with the advocacy work from Pajubi Primary School to Pakwach Police under the theme Education for All Children in Africa. The time is now, aligning with the African Union's Year of Education, which focuses on building resilient education systems to ensure increased access to inclusive, lifelong, quality and relevant learning in Africa. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Over 500 motorcycles have been registered as part of the ongoing promotion of owners of numberless motorcycles to afford number plates at a cheap price. As the promotion is coming to an end, the motorcycle owners have been encouraged to embrace the exercise. Farish Majid reports.
Honorable Henry Musasizi, the State Minister in charge of General Duties under Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, announced a 6-month period, which is now ending, following the conflict between the taxpayers and tax body that left scores dead in the region. As a result, Uganda Revenue Authority operations in relation to impounding of numberless motorcycles were halted, and issuance of number plates put at half price, which aimed at enabling the cyclists to have access to number plates at affordable rate. This came at a time where numberless bikes were identified as a factor, causing the rift between the taxpayers and the tax body. Ajiga Manshur, the head of customs at the rural office, warned the public, most especially those who have not registered their motorcycles, to take advantage of the remaining days.
The period granted for promotion is almost coming to an end, and we are left with only less than a week, about a week, for this period to come to an end. And by this, it means we are going to go back to the original prices for registering motorbike by the 1st of July next year, next financial year. So far, since this period was granted, we have registered a number of around 1,500 motorbikes. That's the number so far by yesterday we have. I think I would like to take this opportunity to thank all those people who took this up and managed to have their motorbikes registered.
Angui Adinan, a beneficiary of the period, appreciates Uganda Revenue Authority for easing the process in Western Sub-region.
I'm called Angui Adinan. I'm a border profession. By the time I bought my motorbike, I just take direct to the URA office. They start working on it. After they are working on it, it takes something like 2 weeks. And then from there, they have given for me some receipts, which I used for emergency on my motorbike. When that 2 weeks reaches, they call me. I get a message from my email. They just call me that, guy, you come and pick your number plate. Then from there, I just pick my number plate. I started to use it. So there is no much difficulties from there. Yes.
Meanwhile, other riders have this to say as a challenge which they encounter in a bid to have their bikes registered.
The numbers are taking long, and when we are facing challenges after those papers they give us from the revenue, and those papers are already old, they just when they already old, automatically we get challenges of police, even the same revenues, because when the things are written on the papers are faded, they cannot see, they will believe this number is fake.
Uganda number plate is very funny compared to other number plates, the whole Africa. Uganda's number plate is the expensive one. 830 is still very expensive in Uganda's today's economy. Let me give you an example just here in our neighboring country, South Sudan. South Sudan's number plate is 150,000. Why is Ugandan number plate very expensive like this?
Meanwhile, Elmad Salim, the chairperson of the Rural City, appreciates Uganda Revenue Authority for the period granted.
Concerning about the URA promotion that is soon coming to an end, we really appreciate the service that they have given us. Though it was with some difficulties, we really appreciate it. 6 months has been a quite long period of time. And I also appreciate the bodabodas, those ones who impressed the promotion by coming to register their machines, that is the motorcycles.
The promotional period, which was granted at the beginning of the year, will expire at the end of the month, where normal operations shall resume on effective of July. Farish Majid, West Nile TV, Nowcast.
The general public have been advised to maintain peaceful coexistence with the refugees so as to foster development. This was during the celebration of the World Refugee Day in Terego District on the 20th of June 2024. Urako Benson Pastore reports.
During the World Refugee Day celebration in Western region at Rhino Kambi Refugee Settlement in Terego District at Ofathiri Village, public has been called upon to impress the spirit of standing in solidarity with the refugees. World Refugee Day is celebrated annually on every 20th of June, and the refugees in Uganda at large, non-governmental organizations and other partners spearheaded by United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees poured in numbers to commemorate this day in Reno Camp in Western region. Mr. Hidemoto Fukasawa, Japanese ambassador for refugees in Uganda, thanked UNHCR and other partners for their support and also emphasized on the issue of security, hope and future for the people.
First of all, my government and my people would like to offer safety to the people who came, forced to came here and across the boundaries. Second, of course, we want to provide hope the people. And finally, we'd like to offer as much as possible the future.
Matthew Crensell, Uganda government representative for Uganda Nation's High Commissioner for Refugees, laments on some of the reasons as to why they celebrate that day.
We commemorate this day to celebrate the achievement of refugees. Nobody chooses to be a refugee. Everybody will be at risk of being a refugee. When disaster strikes in your community, all you do is to find the nearest place of safety. Another reason why we have to commemorate this day is to thank and recognize the contribution of the host communities. Some of you may know, and I've said it in every other opportunity. This is a huge commitment on the part of the government and the local community to host refugees. It doesn't happen anywhere in the world.
He, however, also laments on how the host communities benefit from the refugees.
Outline many refugee projects that have benefited Uganda and that have also even offered employment to Ugandans. So refugees don't come empty-handed, even though physically they may come with nothing, like physical things perish, but they come with skills, grace, profession.
Honorable Lilian Aber, Minister for Relief, Preparedness and the Refugees, and at the same time Women MP Kitgum District urges local leaders to solve the issue of land conflicts and also urges the refugees to live in harmony.
Most times politics affect a lot on implementation of other activities, and I want to plead that let's not have political influence in things that will be important to the community. The LC5 hinted on the issues of land wrangles. These are things that I really want to request the local leaders. Let's solve these amicably. The issues of land boundaries is something for us here. I also want to thank the refugees themselves for, first of all, living in harmony. And when I heard the minister say, let's not bring the division that brought conflict and made you come to this side.
Honorable Obiga Mario Kanya, Minister for Land and Urban Development, thanked the host communities for offering land for the settlement of the refugees.
I want to thank the people of Terego East and Magi Okolo and Bidi Bidi in Yumbe, in Koboko, the whole of Western Nile, for offering land to our brothers and sisters who are distressed in their country. And we shall not use the word refugee here. We shall use it as our brothers and sisters. There was a time when all these people in Western Nile were in that Sudan. All of them. A few remained around. The others were in the Democratic Republic of Congo. So what we are doing here is paying back.
Peter Gift, Refugee Welfare and the LC3 Chairman Reno Kembe Refugee Settlement thanked to the host communities for offering them land for settlement and also thanked all the partners for standing in solidarity with the refugees.
As we commemorate this day, the theme is solidarity with refugees. Celebrating our achievements, our resilience, and the strength. We thank you as our partners. We thank you as government of Uganda and the people of Uganda for hosting us.
Minister of Disaster, Preparedness and the Refugees is responsible for handling matters of the refugees in Uganda, and the country is leading in Africa for hosting refugees and has a population of over 1.7 million refugees, with 55% coming from South Sudan, and Bidi refugee settlement has the highest population of refugees in Uganda with population of over 200,000 refugees. Oraku Benson Pastore, West Nile Television Nilecast.
And to end the Nilecast weekly news roundup on West Nile Television, several houses in Pilo village have been burnt due to tension among the Pilo clan, leaving 300 homeless while taking up refuge at Atiak police station. Onzima Allen reports.
Several houses in Pilo village have got burnt due to tensions among the Pilo clan, leaving over 300 people homeless who are taking refuge at Atiak police station. According to James Oshaya, the landlord, on 18th June 2024, some Pilo clan collectively gathered themselves in 7 trucks of people from various areas who went and attacked them as they were not aware of the threats, which caused a lot of damages to the people.
The whole clan of Pilo organized. People were brought from Ukidi, from Pawiro, from Pagirinya side, in Tipa lorries to fight us.
When, yesterday?
Yes. From the 10th and yesterday. On the 10th, 7 lorries were brought. Yesterday, 7 Tipa lorries were brought.
Pagirinya is in Jumani side?
Yes. There are some people who crossed that way. They were all brought here to fight the same thing. So, don't we have our tribes? We have our tribes. They mobilize their tribes. In case we also mobilize our tribe, what will it be in the face and the eyes of the government of Uganda? Tribes against tribe.
No, that would be catastrophic.
By today, you would find the action is different.
Oshaya James added that they did not respond to the attack as their motive is to maintain the peace among themselves.
They'll find people coming, footing by then, means of transport was a problem. People coming from Pabo, from Lamogi, from Amoro, they overnight under that tree. That is an old tree. My father named it Bidin. People come and overnight there. Then they go to Bibia market. They come, they overnight here. Then they go to their places. So we, the children of Asiano, we had borrowed the way he was living with people. And we want that way to continue.
Samuel Akera, the local council to Atiak sub-county in Amor district, highlighted the background of the area and said it is due to lack of clear boundaries.
And the Simpson was covering all this area. So when I came, that was now the last day, I moved with him. So this is now where area of conflict. Game Farm is not very far from here, but I don't know the exact boundary between where the title for Game Farm ends.
Game Farm?
That is at Atiak Sugar Factory.
Oh, Atiak Sugar. Yes.
So now locally here now, when you want people to know, now you got it Game Farm.
Game Farm.
So I don't know exactly where it has started. So now it will mean area in conflict is right away from boundary of Game Farm, covering all of this area roads.
This land is made.
ASP Ongom David Mudong, the public relations officer for Aswa West region, confirms the incident of what happened and said police is carrying investigations to ascertain the real cause as culprit will be put to book.
This incident happened. Of course, yesterday the police got a distress call regarding an incident of arson, which was reported at the police. But we, as the police, our ground is to ensure that we create a platform to ensure that all the criminal implications of the actions committed in this area, it is sorted and resolved within the provisions of the law. That is basically why we are here. Before I give my message, the fact is that for those who will be found culpable to have directly participated into these arson cases, of course, definitely, as part of our investigations, we have developed interest in those who could have participated in this, and definitely, to back up our investigation, they must either voluntarily come and record statements at the police, or else they will be apprehended, so that the investigation is carried out.
He, however, calls for calmness as police are looking for the culprits and said as police officers they cannot conclude the matters, but they will work hand in hand with the land authorities to make sure they come to the conclusion of the investigations.
Now, our information to the public or our message to the public is that much as the suspects are still at large or they have not yet specifically been identified, we call for calm and cooperation with the police so that we ensure that we employ every possible avenues possible to ensure that this matter is resolved within the provisions of the law.
According to the natives of the land, the ancestors acquired the land in 1943. Up to date, nobody has come to claim on it as part of theirs from the recent political issues, which has now packed the issues. Peace Ushaki, Ojima Alan, West Nile Television, Nilecast.
With that, we have come to the end of the Nilecast Weekly News Roundup on West Nile Television. Thank you for always being with us from the beginning of the Nilecast to the end of the Nilecast on West Nile Television.